Crazy how.
Today.
I actually like it.
I think I'm so crazy.
Look, they look so
yeah,
sick.
I coordinated today.
They work. Oh, come on. I was like, let me just like swing for the fences on this one and see what happens. Wow.
Good, Ben. You need to get out of this.
Oh, damn it.
How did you get the Alec Mizu off after that?
I don't know. My feet like tangled up in each other.
You didn't even lock on.
I have no idea. I just YOLO'd it.
Meh, lands it. Meh.
Oh, like the hard way? Yeah. I'll try.
Yeah!
Come on.
From the corner of the ledge.
Ah!
Oh my god!
It's just getting worse. That's as good as it's gonna get, dude. That's what happens, Larry.
I wish you had done that. I wish you.
Woo! Go flip!
Go flip! All right, first session done on the Create Originals China porcelain frames. Before I talk about my experiences, I just wanted to cover a couple things. When I did the unboxing, which you can check card in the corner up here, I was a little bit confused. That's why they sent black frames, because most of their marketing has white frames, which, you know, they're the porcelain frames. So they're meant to kind of look like fine china with the kind of insert here. And it does make a little bit more sense to put this on a white frame to have that sort of porcelain china effect. But if you go over to the website, they offer these Chynna Weierstall frames in white, black, and charcoal. So they were totally within their right to send me black. I was a little bit confused, but that's totally fine. I'm just grateful to have the frames and to skate them. And I just want to say thank you again to Create for sending these over. In full disclosure, right? You know, they sent these over for me to review and feature on the channel here. So thank you so much. I am going to do everything I can to be completely unbiased and honest in my review. So another thing before I get into how I liked the frames. If you buy a pair of these frames, any color, whatever, from a skate shop like Oak City or something, Chynna will get a $5 royalty. If you buy them directly from Create Originals on their website, she gets a $10 royalty. And then a couple other really small kind of housekeeping things. So this is the second time I've skated these Faction Tactical V1s here. And it's the third time I've skated Factions in general, right? So the first time was with Factions that were way too small, and then I bought these. These are size 10 and they fit me perfectly. And the first time I've skated them since I heat molded them. Right, so quite a bit going on, and this is the very first time that I've ever skated Create Originals. There's kind of a lot of newness going on, and I wanted to just keep that in mind going into this, that a lot of this I'm not completely familiar with. I knew I liked Factions a lot. That being said, this video is not about the Factions, but I just want to give a little bit of background information on what's going on here, right? And long story short, I think this is my personal dream setup. I don't think I've ever had a setup that gives me more confidence and feels more natural, period. Let's talk specifically about the frames. So I have quite a lot of experience with both the Ground Control Featherlight 3s and the Kaiser Fluid 4s, which I think these are, in my estimation, pretty similar to the Kaiser Fluid 4. It's a little bit stiffer, right? So not stiffer than... They're both stiffer than the Ground Control Featherlight 3s, which I think are a great frame. But I've skated the Fluid 4s. I think I skated them for probably 4 or 5 months or something, and I like those a lot. To me, these seem like quite similar to the Fluid 4s. If you were to ask me what I liked more about these, it's really tough to say. I don't know if it's because these sole plates are pretty new and slide super fast that made me think these slid faster. I'm not sure if the profile of the groove is just slightly better, or maybe it's just because I wanted to like these a little bit more than the Kaiser Fluid 4s. But to me, these are a Kaiser Fluid 4 that you can change the inserts and just feel great. They feel fantastic. I guess a couple things that, I don't know, could be drawbacks. I think they're not, but we'll discuss them anyway, is that these are $80, which is a little bit on the higher end of frames that aren't like the 50/50 prime frames with the removable cords and everything like that. So these are about $80, which again is a little bit on the high side. I think it's completely reasonable, but just a point of discussion, I guess. And then I got a couple comments saying I should make a video of just me trying to get the anti-rockers in. The tolerances on these frames, they're very stiff. They're very stiff, which is great, but it's not great for trying to get in anti-rockers. It was not the easiest anti-rocker install I've ever done, but once the anti-rockers got in, these wheels popped in really well. Again, these are size large, so size 10 Factions, size large Create Originals frames here. And I think those are probably the two drawbacks, I guess. I'm actually happy that they sent me black. I got a lot of comments saying, like, the Chynna insert looks better on a white frame, which I agree with. But with this black setup with the Factions, I think personally I kind of lucked out because I like how this setup looks. I think the white frame might have thrown it off slightly. I don't know, just for me. The groove, right? So the groove here and the groove here. It's almost as if this is a true match made in heaven for me. And again, everything I'm saying here, like this is, I'm gonna call this my dream setup because I believe it to be my dream setup. There's almost nothing I would change. I might try intuitions in these someday. I was rolling around thinking I don't know what I would change about the skates here, especially after heat molding and everything. But one thing is for me, right, you might hate this setup, but I absolutely adore it. These seem to mate up, I mean, perfectly. Perfectly. The profile of both of these grooves, both the backslide groove and the H-block groove here, the angle, all of it is so secure. The angle is, it's just, I can't say enough good things about it. Yeah, I think they're fantastic frames. I got a lot of comments saying I was gonna basically fall in love with these frames and never wanna skate anything else ever again. And I believe that to be mostly true. I'm definitely gonna be skating other stuff in the future for sure. But for now, yeah, these are like just a better Ground Control Featherlight 3, which is wonderful. So anyway, thanks again to Chynna. Check out all Chynna's information down in the description below. Anything I talked about, the frames, the Factions, all of it, you can check out the description below. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you did end up liking it. Consider subscribing, and rollerbitters, we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Without your help, this would not be possible. If you want to support the channel through Patreon, check out the link down in the description below, and check out the video on the screen. I'll see you over there.